In the Soul Land 2. So a girl has just arrived in Soul Land 2. Whose name is Wang Qiuer, but that Wang Qiuer. Who is the coward? Is he here Wang male? She is my sister, but she clearly says that there was no sister in reality, and yes, this was real. I am absolutely correct that he has a sister in reality. This Wang Qiuer that came here does not exist. Who is she really is really big. This is its story in this video. They are the ones who will see everything, and in the end when it happens to the evil soul masters, his soul power now is 68. Or she had reached level 69, but it had become so powerful that I should add the title. I was somehow able to cope with it etc. by doing one-on-one, so right now there is a lot of all the tense battle was going on in this. That what happened was that he got trapped in the third altar, in the lightning net, and witnesses that there is absolutely golden light here that it goes away and all the soul truths remain. It begins to destroy them. Responsibility was given to the third elder. It was said that they would capture what happened here. We will do it to Nan She as well as Nan Ku. We will do it because there are some companies here. They are from Shrek Academy. They order to the fourth elder that he may quickly. There is a mysterious intruder. Go and kill him. The two who are fourth elders at this time are one. A very powerful title was used. The one who had 9 soul rings was a black folk. Let's take it out and get it ready here and to face that golden streak. The streak that he has is a very beautiful one, turns into a girl that comes from the sky. Her powdery ones live blue baby. He has hairs and there are many hairs above his mouth. There is a more icy cold expression, and of course we are the ones who are going to sing songs right now. People tell me what all this is. In fact, here our people are. The view is that he is here to save the mass. We have brought it, but what will happen now is that Wang is coward. She will leave from here in time. She sees Wang Dong's love. It may have happened because he feels that he is. It's just coming in between the two, and she is not coming anywhere, so she will be a wanker. She leaves, but still here is Hui Yuhao's life is in danger, so Wang Dongjia saves her, comes to rescue. There is a spear and the eye that stays with it. It comes and falls on top of Hui Yuhao because he gets a lot of surprises. She was still very fed up with the presence. Mixture makes a guilt and gritty doodle. That why has she come here to Wang Qiuer to save Hui Yuhao, who has the Eye of Destiny. It opens and one of them is golden. The light starts to come out and Wang Qiuer looks at it. It looks exactly similar to her of destiny comes upon his brow. There's such a fierce battle between them. Fusion was going to happen. There is no limit to it yet. Those people choose their destiny of becoming whatever way they can. A Hui Yuhao that stays golden-eyed. It is formed in the whole sky. From there are many beams of light that appear. That we keep them all engulfed. There were people from around this time that Nan Shoshi and Nan Many had also come. These beams that stay was giving a very proven sense. All the people of Sapra here enemy, all of them were getting heartbroken. Here she was giving an expression that their destinies have happened now, and Wan Qiuer, and no one can save them. Right now the only age that lives here is one. A daring soul is dulled by the sense of threat. Reacting too quickly after doing it, the spirit that still remains takes revenge. To take it, and he was afraid that here he should not be killed. In reality, he is his allies. She keeps ordering them so that he could go and hit Wang Qiuer. But why aren't they doing anything here? There are so many cannons out there now. Shells and Soares attack those who live there, but no matter what kind of attack she makes, he should go to Wang Qiuer sometime, and it happened. I don't even go near them. They go away, but still they never. Right now it felt like we can't even touch it. For example, let's say a very large, the mysterious force that is there is Huawei, and as many as possible are saving Vancouver. The projectiles are narrowly missed by him. While doing this we were going now here on. Third elders get very frustrated. They command those who are soul engineers. They should seal that area so that no one can escape from here. As many lightning nets as Huawei has tightened them around here. He was confident that the class here 8 has a soul tool named Lightning. God's binding, those people are saving themselves from it here, can't leave at the same time as fourth. The elders live in the netherworld and they have it in their hands, world sword. Now all these elders are actually from the evil clans whose hands I go to mass, and here they are. I have come here just to catch him. Those people started coming to kill Panka. With his powerful nether word / the martial soul that lives there was doing a lava. So that he could make an alternate plane of space which can cut anything. It is possible that they may attack here now, but here is what happened despite their attack. And they stay in each other's eyes. It seems as if I were looking at. Let's assume that he started talking from his heart. I have been here without saying anything at this time. But both carry powerful titles. They start coming to them at the time whatever happened. I live inside the Wang Qiuer area. A very strange Chloe starts to come out, and here his left flank resides. There starts a bloody lightning in it disappear completely in an instant, and the deadly attacks here are on the third, and by doing as the fourth elders did, they leave here and then go back to each other, come side by side, because of which there is a gap between them, and it ends now. His 6 eyes reside here. There are 2 pairs of regular eyes here, and there remains that one from the Eye of Destiny. They get locked on top of each other. It happened here, but softly asks Wang Qiuer why he is here. But why are you risking your life? His response was simple, because I want this movement for you. He was showing that here in Wang Qiuer. How deep are the feelings for Hui Yuhao, and here he supports him in any condition. I'm going to do it here, even if his own she may die, but she's still here. I will support him. The battle right now is it was far from being over, but it was a reunion. It was showing that how strong is the bond now. Tell people that at the end of the video this is the story of what has happened. She's gonna deal with it here now. Here's a life and death battle was going on. What happened was he was engaged in his martial soul fusion, in which their powers are enhanced. Here one of them has golden light coming out, it seems to transform their aura. Which was the fusion that those people, they say, hey, what power is there combined? Amplifying abilities too much was giving a very big amount, due to which remains resolved and even stronger. Their bond was becoming stronger. I was getting stronger. Here I am, who did not know of. Feelingless reveals that she is his he worries too much, and there is a determination to fight with him. It gets even stronger now. Both of them get teleported together, and no matter how powerful the attacks are here from the third and fourth elders, which are the titles Dolor had come, let's avoid him now. The soul masters who were here were those who were newly fused were more powerful. If it had power, people would have started fusing it so that he can counterattack, and keeps using his Emperor Sard, and also about 1 spiritual abilities. So that the fourth elder who lives there could freeze this in an ice sculpture right now. The fourth elder who is on time breaks free, they do it, but here his power is. He was very much injured because of it. This time the Vanker is also uses Golden Dragon Sphere, which showed how much power he had. Those people are progressing more terrifying now. They were doing it, but the fourth elder, that too are very dangerous. Nether he takes out the World Sword. Removes the sardines actually, which was showing the different dimensions of. Because for the one who stays a wanker it is very difficult, it becomes more difficult for him. Give a direct hit to the fourth elder. Now he sacrifices his net-wide soul so that he can enhance his attack. Here's what happened and what Wang Qiuer's soul deserves. The user, so that he can now, this powerful man can compensate for his sacrifice. After looking at the thread which is from the fourth elder, the next attack occurs, whose name is the Netherworld Force, fills the whole sky and gives lots of green buds. Starts coming out, which was showing what title should I give to the destructive potential? What can it do? But why not do anything? Whatever happened, Wang Qiuer remains in its place. But he kept standing there. He was determined that in any case, this massive assault is here. What he will face is here. Takes a protective position over the wanker. The hands behind him are from Wang Qiuer at the time when they are above the waist. Prepares to attack with her full power. What are you waiting for right now? A Soul Sand had been formed, which means that she had reached rank 70, and her power. She had increased her activity a lot. The first is the 3 soul scales, which are Golden Dragon body is stronger than Dragon strength, and the Golden Dragon face are massive. The Golden Dragon head comes and starts showing their combined strength. So here's the deadly green shorts. Can I face such a terrible thing here now? There was power, but still those people stood firm and were supporting each other in this. What happened in the intense battle that left the wankers alive? He was nearly losing his life fighting come on in front of 90 rank. Now he is standing here with a tightrope. It gets very weak, but still. What happened was that I started facing those wankers was because his martial soul fusion. She was very strong, which was his increases strength immensely. I was igniting their bond because here those powerful counterattacks. So that he can gain control of the fourth elder's domain. The attack can be ended at this time. The third elder is Dan Shusha and Zhou Nan Kuei. They live here. Let's rest them with this, that here he can use his abilities. Could not do so and could become a danger for them. The Nana Shushi who lives here right now, but that was the capture at the time it happened, and Vanka sees the strength of it seems that his daughter has. How much more are there? Tons in comparison. It's terrifying. The battle is getting more intense. She was there and he acknowledges what has happened, that there is such a terrible strength here. And the limitations of his opponent. How much is their combined power? She is making a difference right now. This spring he made a plan to save Wang Qiuer, in which he will sacrifice himself so that an opportunity can be created that he could get out of here. At this time there had been too many rests, but yet the one who is a wanker is ultimately considered. He was very much an agitator, but then what should he do? This movement was enough. He was more emotional at this time, literally. Both of them were crying inside that whatever happened to both of them, he would have made a silent promise. He calls Wang Qiuer and says, please you stay alive and forget me. After the sacrifice he took a chill here. It was here that his spiritual powers and the soul bond is close to the Wang Qiuer. He believed that here you will definitely be able to carry it, and one day God Ruler will definitely be able to reach the level of. Then he does a dangerous act which Wang Qiuer gets very surprised after seeing this. It is at this time that his spiritual being is like, because the source was his spiritual power, that he starts driving it. The act is as spiritual as it is. There are companions such as the ice apes and Sky Dream Ice Worm is also surprised here. It happens the moment they find out that here he burns his own spirit in an irreversible way that ever will not be able to return to that strength. Because here he is going to sacrifice himself. There is an extraordinary display. Everyone is amazed by his spiritual power. There are as many anime as there are titles. They were soul engineers put here. Become very surprised, because of which he is only surprised at Hui Yuhao, and it's terrifying. There is strength from that. He came to know that his ears are going to be dealt with soon. Whatever has happened in this battle right now, both the Grand Soul Land Master of he was going to settle it. He was determined that he will save Wang Qiuer no matter what. And just a little further on she goes from Wang Qiuer to he is going to say something which you all will listen to. You will be surprised that he will say some such words. On hearing this, you people will feel that in reality, can it happen like this also? What has happened? Very determined to save him. He would have taken a draw decision. He would have chosen his. He starts burning the spiritual teachings. This is why the anime is very surprised. I just get too much into it. His emotional terminals were running too high. Different types of things were coming inside. Because he had so much to do, but still here he is to the Wang Qiuer. He was going to kill everyone to save them. Your fist of its use comes from memories which the Fourth Elder's netherworld does. It would have been more damaged had it become severe, and those who are soul engineers, that pattern you are seeing a lot inside them too. Too much nostalgia has set in, because here their fighting speed is. The evil soul was coming to an end. There are masters, and they are also very many. I was affected, in which I also lived, which is a very strong emotional. She used to share the connection with her sister Yang. Along with that she had become paralyzed. Spiritual memories of what happened. The attack had induced it in him, then it happened. There is an attack which is like a Wang Dongjia. I loved him and saw his strength. This was representing that was going to pinnacle, and his emotional and which targets spiritual strength was reaching the age where the spirit resides. Then of taking her attack of absolutely I was not able to do what happened in front of me. Slowly it disintegrates. His body and soul remain whole. It gets destroyed in any number of ways. Enemies live here, and they are also scattered. Had passed, and the one who lives at this time, it perishes completely right here. But Huawei had already won, but yet whatever happened, the spiritual power remains. She was just getting ready, and the emotional. At this time it is a state satisfactorily that he loves me at this time. There is mass. He understands that there's a really scary fight going on here. And he quickly realizes that he should go to Sun and Moon City soon. Would have to intervene, otherwise here it could be dealt with right now. Here his ultimate Hao Dang skills were that, but the one who stays is Hui Yuhao. His own life would end here. He was going to want to ensure that the Vankers here should stay safe and take care of their. He could pass the legacy on to her. Whatever happens in this intense battle. Unleash your most powerful abilities. Unleashes the age at this time. She was dead. She is here very much. I had become too immersed in my love and in memories of Wang Dong, and at this time. He will also reveal one more thing to Wang Qiuer, after which something happens that you guys. You can't even imagine here. After the final move, which is how the palm came out of her golden heart. These which are overwaving with the heavens. There was a display of power, because of which the anime soul engineers' tools are the same as they start to function. Because of that which elders live here, they have to do a retreat. There's a heart-shaped one here right now. The light remains, and it comes around Hui Yuhao. The allies of the Wang Qiuer who live there. They come here close to Hui Yuhao, after which he left from here with Hui Yuhao. Huav goes, who has lost his spiritual was burnt. It is complete here. At this time he had come to destruction. She is a vanka and she lives next to him now. He might be feeling very emotional here. What was happening? Finally he says it that here was a place in his heart, Wang Dunger. And for both of them, here they are now. He confesses to his love that his heart. I'm also in for the Wang Qiuer feelingless realizes that here both of them are. How much does he say sorry here? He tells all those who are troubled because of him. He is in pain and he thinks that he wishes these things. Wang Qiuer may be different from his sincerity. She becomes very emotional after seeing this and she says that it was my mistake that I did not take my own life. I have forced you in your life now. The end he has here is very. It was tragic, but Wang was still here. The Wang Qiuer was so relieved that here. But he loves her and she loves that thing. I was very satisfied at this time. Whatever happened, his death was about to happen. That Wang Qiuer says to him that please you are Wang Dongers, be sure to go nearby, and if I am here. If I am unable to survive then please you be sure to tell Wang Donger to keep everything in mind. Think of it like a dream and forget it and please to help her forget me and you can move on in your life at this time. The hearts of both of them are filled with sorrow. Goes because it was going to happen here, but is that really going to happen? He is a wanker. He finally gets his audit city. She reveals it to Hui Yuhao and she says, look, I am the three-eyed golden lion that maybe you guys probably already we guys. I have seen it in the which is a beast. It is small, which means that the number of also the most terrifying of forests. They are all beasts and they protect him. There are even the deities that you people you can say God here about the beast which is 9. He is also a level 1 Grand Soul Land Master. Here he is protected by Wang Qiuer. Actually a powerful soul beast that is great. The star came from Duo Forest and she was the same. Was the girl who gave Hui Yuhao the Eye of Destiny. She explained to Hu that his Eye of Destiny is imprinted. It will happen to him also here at the time when he. That was the first time I met her be very interested in humanity. She had gone and this would have been her only opportunity so that he can transform into a human. She can use it that Wang Dong it becomes like a mountain. Keeping them in mind, there are memories. She comes like a human and takes her. After that whatever wanker is inside, whatever Wang Dong has abilities and as many in the human world with all that. Looking at all the interactions that happen time transforms itself. With the passing of the time the Wang Qiuer is getting very. Hua's life evolves more deeply. She and I come to Shak Academy and she starts following him on his journey. Right now she was very confused and very. She was scared, but still she slowly and she falls in love with him by understanding him. I come to the point that human emotions they are very beautiful in comparison to Soul Beast. It is deeper now. Here I knew that it was very deep. Loves Wang Dongjia, but then she wanted to be with him too. She was his. I was helping so that here the soul he can hunt the beast and he himself is a soul despite her being a beast. His love for her for it was increasing and at that time. It increases a lot at the time when she sees that what has happened here is her. Makes you sacrifice to Wang Donger. We will tell you about that in some other video. I will tell you because what happened is here a man goes to save Wang Dang's life. In such a place that you can also call it an innings. You can say that there is too much hotness there. And it is very cold and here, but what happened was that I would have drunk such cold water. Is for Wang Donger because of which is if the condition becomes very bad then. Wang Qiuer head looks at the scene. It hurts very badly right here, but what happened was he was rejecting her. Kind even a feelingless wanker can do that. She could have loved him, so she should have left him. I wanted it very much, but I was not able to leave because it was very the more love I started to feel, the more I lost my life. Reveals the whole journey of why did she come here and what was her purpose. This video will end here. Thank you for watching.